Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, I'll be looking back on Zone 7 of Juke's Towers of Hell, and giving my opinions on various aspects of the area. Firstly, I feel like I need to state that these are my opinions and that they are not meant to be taken seriously. Yes, I may say something about a tower that you don't agree with, but you know what, that's fine. Just leave a comment explaining why you disagree with what I'm saying, and we can discuss from there. Before we begin, I would like to point out that this is my first time attempting a commentary styled video, so I'm open to any feedback you may have. Also, since every YouTuber now does this, I feel obligated to show you that only a small percentage of my viewers are subscribed, so if you enjoy this video, please consider subscribing. It supports the channel immensely, and you can always change your mind later. Anyway, enjoy the video. To begin, it is important that I point out that I have not played through Tower of Uncontrollable Ire or Citadel of a Cruel Tale, so my opinions on them will not be included in this video. When I do eventually get around to playing through them, I will update a pinned comment letting you know what I thought about them. Following the release of Zone 6, Zone 7 had high expectations to meet. While I'm unsure of specific dates, development seemed to be happening rather quickly, and I would like to give a special shout out to Vendetta06 for taking less than a month to bug test and fix the entirety of the zone, starting from the 27th of July and finishing on the 16th of August, mere days before the release of Zone 7, which was on the 20th of August. Hopefully this positive momentum can be carried forward to future areas, so that we can see the completion of the spatial system within the next few years. Heading into EToH, I feel that the best place to start is the ring select itself. Looking at Zone 7 on the ring select, we can see an array of towers lined up around the asteroid belt. With the theme they were given, I'm quite impressed they managed to make it look so good on the ring select, especially with the addition of the lighting around the asteroids. Heading into Zone 7, we are immediately greeted by the OST composed specifically for this zone, And We Are Wanderers Still, by Calico Kitten. In my opinion, she did an incredible job at capturing the interstellar theme the zone is going for, and this, if anything, excites me for what is to come in the future regarding EToH's original soundtrack. In terms of visuals, wow, this lobby looks incredible. Some of the views you can get while exploring the lobby can be described as nothing less than breathtaking. Especially the view from Tower of Fractured Memories' portal room, which is my favourite. In the main area, we have the things you typically expect to see, like the difficulty chart, individual tower sections, and cat therapy. Something I have noticed that has been a recent trend is the lack of the community culture room. In Zone 6 it was completely absent, while in Zone 7 it has been combined with the cat therapy room, and while yes, this is a small nitpick, I always used to enjoy looking at some of the hilarious images you could find there. Something I do like this time around is the implementation of the puzzles I mentioned earlier into the soul-crushing tower unlocks, and while admittedly I brute forced my way through Tower of Fractured Memories' fetch quest puzzle and looked up the solution to Tower of Uncanny Agony's binary puzzle, the portal rooms were still fun to find this time around. At long last, we've arrived at the towers themselves. I believe that the towers for Zone 7 mostly deserve their slots in game. The beginner towers provided a fun and relaxing experience and were an enjoyable break from the relentless soul-crushing gameplay that I'm used to, while the intermediate towers kept providing said fun experience while building on concepts that may have gone unexplored in the easier towers. A highlight of the intermediate towers for me would definitely be Tower of Bygone Relic, with my only complaint really being that it ended so suddenly and that I wish there was more to play through. Moving on to the advanced towers, Tower of Whitespace is a tower that I wanted to see get in game, and after playing through it from start to finish, I can confidently say that it was as fun as I remembered, with the only real drawback being that falling to floor 1 could feel quite demotivating, considering the length of the tower, and certain parts that can be loop felled quite easily if rushing. The intensities of Zone 7 have left me quite confused, as the tower that I didn't see coming at all, Tower of Comb Mesh Climbing, ended up being one of my favourites in the zone and actually had me laughing at a few points throughout the tower, which is quite rare. Unfortunately, the other intenses, Tower of Yore and Tower of Swift and Precise sections, left me wanting so much more. While Tower of Yore was fine in terms of gameplay, with some interesting concepts like the purple coins being introduced throughout the tower, it just felt mundane to play through, and while I'm unsure if this was the tower's fault or the fact that I just wasn't feeling like I wanted to play at the time, this is still an issue I had nonetheless. The latter, on the other hand, is a tower that I felt nothing but annoyance playing through, due to hard to sight read obstacles that felt specifically placed over extremely punishing sections, and this ended up dragging down my enjoyment of the tower significantly. Maybe if I played the tower beforehand I may have had a more enjoyable time, but even then, failing the same section more than once would have just become tedious over time anyway. And last but definitely not least, the soul-crushing towers of Zone 7. Tower of Fractured Memories and Tower of Uncanny Agony. I think it is safe to say that Topham not getting into Zone 7 was a blessing in disguise, as this led to Cloy balancing sessions that were not very fun to play through and creating a much more enjoyable tower in the process. This was the first tower I beat when Zone 7 released, and while it took just over 4 hours for my consistency to pick up, I ended up completing the tower on day 1. This tower, as of now, is contending with Tower of Astronomically Aimless Annoyances as my favourite tower in game, and I am glad that it finally managed to get into the game. While I was slightly disappointed at the lack of a win run for Topham, I am sure that they will eventually add it, alongside the cosmetics for completion. Tower of Uncanny Agony, on the other hand, is a tower that I have no in-game experience with, and have only played through it with no clip, but as a first impression, it seems like one of the better Terrifyings in game. I'm looking at you, Tower of Frightening Nightmares, and I'm excited to eventually get around to playing it. Overall, I feel like there were a lot of extremely solid tower picks this time around, and if I had to rank the towers, it would probably be Tower of Fractured Memories is my favourite, followed by Tower of Cone Mesh Climbing, Tower of White Space, Tower of Bygone Relic, Tower of Rough Waters, Tower of Cylindrical Extensions, Tower of Destructive Fever, Tower of Growing Madness, Tower of Jazz, Tower of Yore, and last but certainly least, Tower of Swift and Precise Sections. Check the pinned comment in a few days, as I will probably have added Tower of Uncontrollable Ire and Citadel of a Cruel Tale to the list by then. Anyway, I'd love to hear what you guys think about my opinions, as well as your own opinions on the zone, so feel free to leave a comment, and remember to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next time I decide to make one of these videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.